it is no longer a function generated value, they are now actual value. Yes. Now we have values. Now let us now talk about the second function. So we have talked about the round between. Let's talk about the sum function. Now the sum functions are aggregate functions. Aggregates are for computation of data. Aggregates, they are computation of data, right? Aggregates are for data computation. Aggregates are for data what? Computation. Yes. Aggregates are for what? Data computation. All right. So now, and the data computation we are doing is to sum values together. So I want to sum 69 to 65. I want to sum 69 to 65. Normally the traditional method for doing this is just to say is equal to traditional method. I will say is equal to 69 plus 86 plus 46 plus 65. Now, but if you do this right, you can see everything will be giving you 26, 266. Everything will be giving you 266. Now, but because it is not automated, now one of the things you must understand is in Excel, the cells are connected, and there is something we call this meeting will end shortly in less than 6 minutes time. So please, before the meeting ends, I would really appreciate if I'm going to send another link so you can rejoin. If yes, you can rejoin the class. All right. So now back to here, right? So because in Excel they are all automated, they are all connected. There is something called complete automation. You do one thing and you don't need to repeat yourself again. It automates itself. So now I'm going to make it dynamic. So I'm going to remove this and I will use the sum function. Is equal to sum accepts many parameters, right? Of course, it depends on the numbers, how many numbers you want to sum. So in this case, I have about 4 numbers, right? So what I will just do is equal to sum. I will just come here, click this place, and drag it to this place. Now, that means I want to sum B2, this is B2, down to E2. B2, this column is to. From B2 down to E2, close my bracket, I press enter. So I've gotten 266. Now I don't need to keep doing it the same, everything the same process. What if I have about 1 million data? How will I do it? Now it's equal to, let me do one more, sum. Now we want to sum this. I'll click here, drag it down to this place. That's B3 to E3, close bracket, and we have this. So now I have done this. I don't need to keep doing it for each, and it will take my time. What I will just do is, if you look at this black dot here, there's a green dot at the edge of this place. Just go there. When you go there, to bring out a plus sign, you can see the plus sign. Double click on it, or if you don't want to double click, you can just drag. Just left click and drag down. So whether you do like this, if you want, or you can just double click, it would fill up itself. So you can see it has completed itself. We call it complete automation. Now this is sum. So we have completed sum. Let's talk about average, the third function for tonight. Average, of course, mathematically, average is the summation of, this is the mathematical explanation of average, summation fx over summation x. Yes. So this is mathematical explanation of average. So what do we do here? I will just come here and say is equal to the average. There's a function called average. Normally, if I want to do the traditional method, I will say sum of all of these divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I say this divided by 4, I will get the average, right? I will get the average, but this is not the best, right? So I can just come here and say it's equal to average, a function called average, and just drag this like this and press enter. So you can see the average here. If you drag it down, we have the average for all the values, average. Now let's talk about the mean. Now this meeting will be ending very soon, so please, once it ends, I would send a new link to the platform so you can rejoin again. Now let's talk about mean. Mean means minimum. So we want to find the minimum score from the list of scores from 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the minimum score? So I'll come here and I'll say it's equal to mean, and I will just highlight this. So the minimum score is 46 Greek. Now maximum score is max. That's max. So I'll say max, and I'll just click on this and press enter. So we have 86. All right. Now count is to count. Just count. Okay. Now let's assume Bayo is not offering a Greek, for example. Chiamaka is not offering French. She doesn't know French. Then Luke is not offering a Greek. Is not also offering French, right? So he's not offering a Greek and French. Now count how many subjects. So let me just increase it to subjects count. So how many subjects is each of these students taking? How many subjects? So I'll just come here now and say it's equal to count me from maths to French. So drag it down from maths to French, that's 4. If you drag this downward, you can see. So this guy is offering 2 subjects, 1, 2. This one is offering 3 subjects, 1, 2, 3. So this is what the count function does. The count function does. So now this meeting will end shortly. In less than, I don't know, but I think in less than 4 minutes or so. Yes, in fact, it's going to end in a minute itself. So I'm going to share another link to us so that we can rejoin the class shortly. I'll send another link to us. So we'll just do a quick recap, then we continue with the class. Yes, we have successfully discussed about the average, the mean, the max, the count. So we're going to be talking about some other functions before the end of the class. All right, so I'm going to share another link now. Yes, I will share another link now. Thank you so much. Please